It is a single company that hauls in a single species of fish in the Chesapeake Bay. That company also catches a lot of criticism.
Omega Protein has been in the menhaden reduction business in Reedville since shortly after the Civil War. Investigative reporter Chris Horn has more on the latest concerns of environmental groups who say Omega's operation threatens the food chain.
That's right, Regina. Conservationists say there aren't enough menhaden in the bay, and that has a domino effect on the bay's delicate ecosystem. But the commercial fishing industry says there are plenty, and don't blame us if seabird numbers aren't flying as high as they once were. The Atlantic States Marine Fisheries Commission has created a working group to study the correlation between seabirds and the stock of menhaden fish in the Chesapeake Bay.
We're still seeing a tremendous amount of fish in the bay, particularly in the lower bay.
Menhaden are an essential part of the bay's food chain and its economy. They're a food source for several species of sport fish. Seabirds also prey on menhaden, and that was part of a study by the U.S. Geological Survey.
Not only did the USGS presentation highlight concerns about the success of ospreys here in Chesapeake Bay, folks who've been watching ospreys in this region have been documenting concerns as well.
Omega Protein hauls in hundreds of tons of menhaden each day. They convert the fish into protein-rich oil that's used in food supplements, cosmetics, and other items. A spokesman for Omega's parent company says the concerns about the food chain are overblown.
The way that CBF had laid it out was that there was this overwhelming evidence that menhaden fishing is harming osprey, and that just simply was not what was discussed.
A USGS researcher found an 1,800% increase of ospreys in the bay since the 1960s. Landry says that large increase should more than offset a much smaller recent decline.
The report showed that in the last few years, maybe a 5 to 8% decline.
The little menhaden fish will continue to create a huge gulf between the two sides.
For the last 2 years in Virginia, we've tried to develop some of the science about Atlantic menhaden in Chesapeake Bay, and unfortunately Omega Protein has worked to block that or delay that in both years.
Now, there's no set time limit for the working group to return its findings about seabird populations in the bay, and the next multi-year study estimates for the menhaden stock are expected in October of next year. Chris Horn, 10 on your side.